Welcome to the nation, y'all. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, the tour guide, the president, and king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I mops the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, you gotta comment, you gotta subscribe, and all of that. If it's a super thanks or a super chat, depending on when you seeing this. If it's a cash app, we actually prefer the cash app, but y'all do y'all. Y'all do y'all. It's all good. You know what I mean? I mentioned you gotta like, comment, and subscribe, and all that. Do all of that. Watch your spelling when you type in the names of our presidents and our mayors and governors and monuments in here. Helter Skelters, not Helter Skelter. It's A and the H, not E and the R. Monster, not Monster. It's a A, no E and R. Boot Camp Click. Click is spelled CLIK, no CK, no QUE. Sorry. I understand that's an easy mistake. But almost above all, it's BCC, not BBC.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Um, yeah, today we doing we today's Tuesday, right? It is Tuesday, right? I ain't tripping, am I? Well, is it Tuesday? What's today? Let's see something. What's today, y'all? Is it Tuesday or is it Wednesday? I'm confused because one of my phones is this one is off. My other phone is like it's always off. It's like on a different time zone, and I just leave it there to keep me on my toes. Today Tuesday or Wednesday? Holla if you hear me. Okay, it's Tuesday. So like I said, we're doing around a ugly truth Tuesday where I allow y'all to ask me all the questions y'all want. Any question you want, as long as it ain't indictment. It ain't no indictment sitting on the other end of that question. So, we can all have at it. All your Sean P questions, all of those, I'm with it. Certain questions I don't like. Certain questions I kind of steer away from. Certain things I don't talk about. Ask them all. So what's rocking? I should have got in here a little bit earlier, but I was watching the Diddy documentary, and I only watched the first episode, and that was it's quite entertaining, somewhat informative too. A lot of the stuff I already knew and all of that. As a resident of hip hop and somebody who been in the game for a really long time and from New York and all that. You heard a lot of this stuff already, you know, along the way. But yeah. Oh, we got a question. Gabrielle Jones. Is that Gabriel or Gabrielle? Gabrielle Jones. G Jones. Any regrets in life? Hell yeah. I mean, but like, a great once a great lyricist said you gotta learn to live with regrets. And that's not easy, but it's a fact. Because they will, regret will tear you up. But yes, I
Pause.
do have some regrets too. Let me see. Me and Five on speaking terms. Talking about 5 feet accelerator from Black Moon. Speaking terms, I would say yes. We just haven't spoke. I don't have me and Five don't have a problem with each other. Five has a problem with Buck, not with me. Rappers, I feel, are overrated skill wise. Who's rating? I don't know. In the circles I'm in, the people that I pay attention to, the people that we think are dope or the people that my friends think are dope, I think are dope too. So I don't know. Who's rating them? You know, if you're talking about a non hip hop entity rating them, you know, meaning somebody that ain't really qualified what that I don't consider really qualified to rate. No, I can't really get into that. Let's see. Let's see. Top five collabs wish list that I haven't worked yet. Hmm. Premier, Dr. Dre. Do producers count? Hmm. I don't know. That I haven't worked with. I don't feel like thinking that hard. I mean, producers I can say. Rappers, you know, all of my, you know, my favorite rappers I worked with. I mean, I would like to work with Nas or Jay Z or you know what I'm saying. Maybe Ghostface. Yeah, I haven't worked with Ghost. I've worked with Ray before. Worked with Ray. I've worked with Meth, of course. Whatever. Anyway, I think I named a few. Let me see. What's five problem with Buck? I'm not sure, my nigga. I don't know. You know, brothers be going at it all the time, and you know, them niggas been a group since before I was, you know, since before they was friends with me. So, you know, they be having a lot of unresolved issues from back in the days before I was around. That's my honest opinion. Are there any artists I would like to work with that I haven't met? Hmm. Name one. How about you name some artists, and I'll let you know if I would like to work with them and or not, and or whether I've met them or not. What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got? Can I read y'all a Christmas story? No. Go listen to Sean P. Grinch song. He's got a what's the name of his Christmas? I don't know the exact name, but Sean P. got a Grinch song out there. Go play that. Yo Yo Rock. How come the clip never effed with MOP? We rap with MOP all the time. I got MOP on my first solo album. Sean Price got a whole album with Lil Fame. What you talking about? Your old Drew? Question. What about? Let me. I don't know what the question is. If I think you need more words, sir. Come on, ask me something good, B. I make this live exciting. Chip Food, Das Effects, Lords of the Underground, Bush Baby. What about them? We just saying names. Salute to them. H Town in the building. Respect to you. If you want to ask a stupid question, you gotta send a super chat. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even get into what some of these people are, what somebody just said in there. Respectfully. Let me see. Gangstar Guru, salute to Guru, rest in peace. Oh, you said name some artists. So there was, oh, all of those artists you named. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me go back. Let me scroll back up right quick. Let me hold you down right quick. Pause. So, okay. Chip Fu, I'm actually supposed to do something with him soon. That's the homie. Lords of the Underground, I would love to. Bush Babies, I've worked with one of the Bush Babies on a couple occasions. But yeah, I would love. I wouldn't have a problem. Chip Food is difficult. I'm gonna have to rap really hard because this nigga's crazy. I'm just saying. Can't be the corny one on the song. Is all I'm saying. Sean Parrish, you spelled monster wrong. So love, I'm just letting you know it's a monster, not monster. Ain't no ER. On Operation Lockdown, did we get those noises from beepers? Well, we didn't. I'm pretty sure E Swift did though. Yes. Oh, I have. So yeah, I did. I have done a hook for you for your old Drew, no doubt. That's an answer to just wondering if you had met or did a collab with your old Drew. He had some tracks with Sean P. I never met him, but I have done a track with him. And all of those other artists that I just not spoke about, I have met most of them. I think all of them. I know, right? It's hey yo, it's luck. That yeah, ditto. Chevy Chase, you call it me a tall ass Charleston White burst the ball. Don't disrespect. In the words of my brother Nims, don't ever disrespect me like that, God. Ever disrespect me? Nah. Why don't me and the DCEP BCC do a documentary on the DCEPs and whatever happened to Megatron? Well, um, it's kind of difficult for me and the BCC. I mean, we all cool, but it's hard. It's kind of difficult for us to I don't know, to all get together on certain projects because we all so caught up in our own things, right? I could do it myself, but I don't have a personal enough connection to the Megatron story, so I wouldn't do it. Like, I don't, I would have to. I mean, like, I would if I did it, I would have to enlist. It would be I would reach out to some of the originals that are still around, that really knew him, and to the Big Bro side and the Big Bro hook and all of that. But like, as far as us all get, I don't know why we wouldn't do it. I think if Tech and Steel decided to do that, they probably wouldn't even include me. It's like they was, like they were there before me. But anyway, that's saying too much. Maybe. Great album, bro. Which one? Album I can't live without. Which album you referring to? Hey, yo, what's luck? Anyone you feel took a little too much of either mine or Sean P's style. Anyone get a little too similar in your opinion? Hmm. Hmm. I know there are people that people say sound like me. A lot of people say Joe Budden sound like me. A lot of people say Graf sound like me. I just think the three of us came from the same school of rap. You know what I mean? Um, as far as Sean P, I do think some people rap like Sean P. They but I think it comes from being around them though. I mean, I don't know, because I don't listen to a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? But one person that comes to mind that I feel was influenced by the way Sean P rap is Illa G. And I'm not sure because what I heard from Illa G, you know, admittedly and embarrassingly, isn't as much as it probably should be. Because that's my homeboy, you know. I knew Illa G since from high school. But like I said, I don't listen to a lot of stuff, right? I just listen to what I listen to. But I didn't hear enough. You know, like I went to high school with Illa G. And I don't remember if, you know, yeah, I don't know. Like I feel, yeah, like I feel like he was affected by Sean Price's influence. But that's my brother though. You know what I mean? His brother stuck. His wife Bernadette. They influenced by, but you know what I'm saying? By his his style. But I don't have no problem with none of that though. He said, "Make DCEP great again." You wildin'. Be honest, that's probably my favorite album. What's probably your favorite album? Nocturnal? Oh, all right. I see you. I see you. Appreciate you. You think me and Mac Homie would say, oh, what high school did I go to? You went to graphics? I went to Lafayette, and then they kicked me out, and I went to Redi. Yeah, Redi was supposed to be like in junior high school. The teachers in junior high school used to threaten us with Redi. They like, yo, you keep shucking and jiving, you gonna end up in that school right there, because it was right across the street, and the niggas there had beards already. Like this was in the '80s. These niggas was looking like they was looking like they was too old for high school already. The teachers used to threaten us with that. And come to find out when I went there, it was kind of it was kind of the best thing that happened to me for high school because the teachers really cared. You know, it was the structure was a little bit more personalized. Let me see. Do you feel like the second round of BCC albums was slept on? Yes, absolutely. I still say bad things about whoever gave us three mics in the source to this day. What's your favorite hip hop group from your era aside from my crew? I don't know. It's from my era. I mean, it got to be Wu Tang. Got to be. Let me see. Stop being modest, Rocco. You the goat. Nobody sound like me. I mean, I appreciate you. I mean, but like I can't tell you. I can't tell you what you hear. Just like I can't tell nobody what they hear. Some people say these things, and it is what it is. And truthfully, since this is Ugly Truth Tuesday, a lot of rappers we are influenced by other rappers. We all are. I went on record and saying a lot of things that I learned things from Redman. I learned things from Method Man. You know what I'm saying? I learned things from from Busta Rhymes. I learned things from certain rappers. You know what I mean? I felt like okay, I can inquire this. I mean, I can incorporate this, but just do my version of it. You know what I mean? And we're not about to all be we're not about to act like niggas don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, when you speak of dudes like Joe Budden or Graf or whoever else dudes may have said sound like me. I just feel like we just follow the same principles when it come to rap. That's all. If I could do a versus, who would I want to go against individually and as a crew? I don't know. I don't know. Um, I would do a versus against Sean P. I would. You know what I'm saying? If he was still here, I would do a versus against him. It would be fire too. Because the world really be able to look at us and be like, I think whoever you would think was a winner or a loser, I think the world would walk away from it with a better appreciation of how much we were alike and how much we were different and how dope all of it was. And also why we are the best duo barbarically ever. You know what I mean? A lot of people would say that Wu Tang makes the most sense as with a versus for us. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's funny for me to say what I just now said about Sean P because, like I said, it wouldn't. I know it would be all good, right? But like, I find it difficult to go against like people that I love or people that I got real love for. You know what I mean? Like Wu Tang, I got wild love for Wu Tang. But of course, I would, if the thing came up, you know what I'm saying. If 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 Swiss and Tim hollered at us about a versus, I'm sure all of my niggas would do it. They wouldn't turn it. We not in a position to turn it down, for the most, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. But I would be nervous because Wu Tang had bigger hits than we did. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I honestly would be like, nah, the crowd, the way the crowd gonna react to the Wu Tang hits is different than the way that you know what I'm saying. So, I would be nervous for us, but there is you got all it take is 10 joints, and we got 10 joints that's gonna ring off. But I don't know if they're gonna ring off like them Wu joints though. You know what I'm saying? Like they went platinum and multi platinum. We didn't. We didn't go gold. Trust me, that makes a difference. You know what I mean? Somebody that we might be more evenly matched, you know what I'm saying? As far as like, I don't know, something that would make more sense as far as like status and record sales or whatever, fame, hype, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Hyro? Hyro probably sold more than us too though. I'm not a statistician. I don't know the numbers. I don't know. Let me see. Us and Das Effects would be so dope as a versus. Mm-hmm. You say so. I think we'll look stupid up there 12 deep to them two, but whatever. Cellar Dwellers secretly should have been boot camp too. Like we knew them niggas since way before all of this. Niggas say you rock with Das Effects, but there ain't no comp. Listen, Das Effects got some big records. You know what I'm saying? It's only two of them. If they brung their hit squad brethren to the fight with them, then yes, they could. Did I ever write graffiti? Yes. Yes, Das Effects is dope. The Dwellers would have been dope on Nocturnal. I'm not. I don't know why they wasn't. I don't know why they wasn't on Nocturnal. I mean, they wasn't boot. By that time, we was knee deep boot camp. But like, at a time when boot camp wasn't doing really, we wasn't really doing songs with too many niggas outside of us, outside of our squad. It was like we did a song with the Cellar Dwellers. Nah, Scott Swizzy. Das Effects made us wear Timbs in the summer. We made y'all wear Timbs in the summer. Let me see something. Do I think Buckshot would do a versus? I'm sure he would. I heard they pay well over there. Who's my favorite out of Griselda? Conway. All right, we in here 26 minutes. You gonna go to a half hour? Y'all wanna go to an hour? If y'all asking the question, please put a question mark so I know, or a or send a super chat so I can see it, so it stand out from the people just showing love. Yo, and once again, if you just joining, we doing Ugly Truth Tuesday. This is where you're allowed to ask me any question you want, as long as it don't lead to nobody getting indicted. I'll answer it, and I'm not going to be politically correct answering it either. I'm trying to answer from the front of my brain or from the tip of my tongue. You know what I'm saying? Try not to put too much thought into it. So let's go. We're gonna go a few more minutes, or what y'all want to go? Y'all want to go to the 30 minutes, or y'all want to go to hour ski? Anyone else? Oh, that was cool. History on Cellar Dwellers. Anyone else that could have been a boot camp edition? I would like to say Mob Deep. Like before I was on a song with Buckshot, Havoc was. It's a fact. You the man. No, what? Not yeah. Was it? No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. You the man on Into the Stage. Havoc was on there. Eminem was looking in the signing with Duck Down. A lot of people could have been. Well, not a lot of people, but a few people could have been. Hour for the power. Y'all greedy, but it's all good. It's all good. Who was the biggest fan of Stretch and Barbito? I don't know. I can't quantify that. I know I first heard Wu Tang on Stretch and Barbito while I was locked up, so that had a profound effect on me. Salute to Clayton. Was it Clayton L or Clayton L? Clayton L? Clayton L 55280? Salute to you, Clayton, for the donation. What happened to Pharaoh March? I don't know. Pharaoh March will still spit your head off. What you talk about? I didn't hear the Big L album yet. Whatever happened to 5 Feet MC? 5 Feet MC is still he's still around doing this thing. It's just him and Buckshot are not black mooning right now. They going through a difficult time right now. There's Michael Jackson's. Man, how I know? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. They said Michael Jackson was buying up people rights, publishing, or something of that nature. I never got much into it, but I don't know the answer to that question. That question is a that question might be a whole rabbit hole that I ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying? How do you send me beats? Email me. Hit me up on IG so I can send you my email. Then we go from there. IG, I'm Rockness BCC on IG. How is Bug doing? Bug is doing well. What I see. What I see. What I see. How do artists make money in hip hop right now or nowadays when 1,500 scans equal one sale? They start podcasts. They flood all of the digital streaming platforms with all of the music they possibly can. And, and basically it becomes a quantity thing. It's like, they, you, those 1,500 streams on 1,500 songs add up. So, and then it starts to push the algorithm into playing a lot of, no matter what I'm playing, like when I'm driving around and I'm listening to YouTube music, I don't care what I'm playing. Like if I'm not playing one of my playlists and I'm just listening to YouTube music, I don't care where I start. It's going to end up going to Griselda because they have flooded the algorithm and whatever. Yeah. Anyway, that's something you can look into. Flood the algorithm and do shows if you can. Sync licensing, soundtracks. All of these things get you money. So therapy was made for you. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, I still be in Brownsville. Yo, Rock, what is your favorite Helter Skelter joint? I don't have one. I'm sorry. Shits be fire, B. It's hard to choose. I'm gonna take up the whole hour trying to narrow it down. Do I like the new model or the old? Do I like this new model or the old school way? You got to be more specific. What's the new model? And what's the old school way? What are we talking about? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, what y'all think about the I know y'all seen the Diddy documentary. What y'all think about it? Let's talk about that for a second. Oh, definitely. If that's what you're saying, what's your name? Concept Solution Service, Kai? Yeah, the old school, way better in regards to that. Just the documentary is called, what is it called? The Reckoning. It's on Netflix, and I've seen just the first episode, The episodes is like an hour long. I had to take a break to do some dad stuff and then come in here and kick it with y'all. But I'm gonna definitely get back into it, pause, and probably I'm gonna probably do a vlog on it. I'll probably do a vlog on all of the episodes, or maybe I'll watch them all and then do a vlog on the whole thing. Depends. Let me see. So ain't nobody seen it? Oh, somebody seen it. Yo, that's crazy right there. He said, I watched it today. I was shocked that Diddy swung on Eric Sermon. Me too. Me too. I was very surprised at that. See a lot of comments, no questions. Got a question? We can't. If you ain't got no questions, I don't know if we can make it a whole hour for the power. Diddy Kodak Black really swing on dude from Onyx? Did Kodak? I don't know what that is. Did you ask him if Kodak Black swung on dude from Onyx? I don't know that. Yo, Rock, did you ever get paid from pigs hitting you with that baton that time at LES? LES? Nah, I didn't get paid from that time. I got paid from another time though. And the funny thing is this, bro. Once I sued them, once they paid me, and I'm not saying for sure these things are connected. These two things are connected, but it's very interesting that I literally have had no police contact since then in New York. None. Like, I was driving in New York with my license broken three pieces for 20 years. In 2015, in October 2015, there was an incident that happened on our block where we got into it with the police and niggas, it got out of hand and all kind of tussling and blood and tasing and all of that. I got tased and all of that. And we sued, there was a lawsuit ensued afterwards. And after they paid me, like I haven't had no now mind you, my license didn't magically get cleared and along with this lawsuit money, but for some reason they just do not bother me no more in New York. And I felt like that. I always wondered if it was something, if they were tied together. People think that that things don't be that connected, and I think maybe they are. Everybody thinks this ain't the movies, be they not looking at. What if it is, and what if they are? Anyway, hold on. What did he be in the Scorpio got to do with any of this, man? Come on, don't be like that. Don't be like that, love sauce. We got the same birthday, actually. Let's just leave that alone. They hit me. He said, "Damn, they hit you with the clubs. That's crazy. Tell the story if you don't mind." So it was the night of Smith and Wesson and Pete Rock's album release party in Tammany Hall in Manhattan, and the night was dope. The club was packed. It was a great turnout and all of that. But just as soon as all of the performing and all of that was over, I was getting ready to leave. I'm like, all right, I'm out. I ran into the homie Gat Taylor On the way out, I think we was leaving out together. When we was leaving out, the police was already lined up outside like they was on bullshit. But I left out. We left out before the crowd. Get down the block. We get off that block onto the next block. Commotion explodes. Dad is like, he gotta go. He gotta respectfully. He that was the purpose for leaving early, right? But me thinking about all of like General Steele's mother is in the building, right? This is a different kind of event. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the album release party for the boys. So it's not just the fans who are family in there. It's the family who are family in there too. I couldn't just go home safe and hear what happened the next day. So I told Gat Mizzle peace, and I went back. And I got back, and I was, I got back, and I was trying to calm stuff down. I was not being, I wasn't I wasn't being aggressive at all with the police. I was trying to help everything out. I was on my problem solving, keep the peace vibe, and police weren't. You know what I mean? And it was, it just got to a point where it was an officer who ran up on me. Well, I came into contact with him, and he was just like, "Move," like like on some move. I'm like, "Yo, I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to help y'all." He's he's like, "Move." Like, move. It wasn't like that. He's like, move the fuck out. I'm like, "Nigga, I'm trying to help y'all." That was like the energy was more that. But nigga black, he was on his super aggressive white boy shit, and he swung the like he hit me in the swung the baton at me. I don't remember where he hit me, but I know my brother hands jumped right in front of the whole thing, and you know what I'm saying, and used his light skin big word privilege. You know what I'm saying? Used a whole couple of, you know what I'm saying? He has a calming energy and all of that. He just, he literally jumped in front of the baton, and like I don't know. I mean, yes, I got hit with the baton. I feel like there was a moment of tussle with the police, but I didn't get locked up, and a lot of people did. Well, quite a few people did get locked up. So there was like an investigation into that night, but I don't know how far it went. I know I ain't getting no bread from it, but yeah, that was that night. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Happy holidays. Gave me an impressionable, weird vibe. Each to each their own. Rock, you rock. We had some good posthumous albums this year. Do you know if there's some unreleased Sean P verses coming soon? Hell yes, and hell yes. We actually working on a Helter Skelter album. Love Source said, Nah, I heard wild stories about you too. My homegirl Latifah is related to Strain. Listen, I'm a changed man. People describe the police. Yeah, the way the police was on bullshit that night. Absolutely crazy. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Therapy part two. I wish. Need P. Doesn't Tech have or had a twin brother? Not a twin brother. He got a lot of brothers though. Niggas is deep. Yes, sir. Sean lives on. E-Rock, hey Rock. What's one producer alive or dead that you wish you worked with? Dr. Dre. Hmm. Canyon. You're gonna have. Yeah, I told this story recently. I mean, I guess it's Ugly Truth Tuesday. I got to tell it again. Uh, it was a dude who got into it with one of the young boys from. Now, granted, I'm 16 years old, so a young boy to me is like about, he's about 12, 11, right? Well, some grown ass 32-year-old man was wilding out, not wilding on him, but he was aggressing my young boy, my nigga Fru from Sackman Street. Old grown man is aggressing him because the young boy was was bothering his stepson of sorts. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't him bothering him. It was the rite of passage that we all went through from the projects. The generation over us beat us up. The generation over them beat them up. The generation under us, we beat them up. But never really beat them up. You understand what I'm saying? We just toughen them up. If you grew up in the 80s, you understand what I'm saying? It's that Gen X shit we be talking about all the time. While y'all niggas is all while y'all niggas is all soft right now. Like Celtic Cage soft. And you're part of a light skinned bitch ass rock and roll group called Beige Against the Machine. Hold on. So yeah, it was like, did y'all see my daughter photo about me just now? Anyway, what was I saying? Missed my point. Oh yeah, so I ran in. This happened, and I stood. He was standing up for the kid. I was standing up for the little homie, or whatever. We argued. It got out of hand, but it didn't get violent. We ran into each other again, and it got violent, and you know, I got cut. Well, I got cut, but we both bled. Let's just say that. Let's see. Did I ever think about using AI to replicate Sean P. voice? No, I haven't. We need a Rockness double album. Do you have all of the albums that I put out already, sir? The mixtapes and all that? Rockness AP, Ether Rocks, Slanger Rock Volume 1 and 2, Shell Shock, Rockin' Out West, the very best of the Monster Monday songs and freestyles. You got all that? Appreciate you, Real Hooligan. We're approaching the 50-minute mark. Get your questions in. If you're new here, this is Ugly Truth Tuesday. You're allowed to ask me any question you want as long as it don't lead to nobody getting indicted. And I will answer that question. But I'm gonna do it in my ugly truth. It's not gonna be all politically correct. So it is what it is. That's why it's Ugly Truth Tuesday. Can you sell me that pick, please? What, that one? Hell nah. Let's see. They softer than baked sugar cookies straight out the oven. You is fucking. I don't even remember that bar. If I said it, I appreciate it. What's the story on Chickaboo? I don't know. I'm not on that song. I wasn't there. Like I got to the studio, the song was there already. We Talk Nice show. Appreciate you. Let me see. What's your favorite rhyme in hip hop other than mine that mentions the word rock? Come on, man. It's gonna take me the whole 10 minutes we got left to think of that. I don't know, God. That's difficult, B. I don't know. Let me see. It's the rock. Let me see. So yeah, Big Pun's album release party for Yeah Baby Back. That's what's up. That's what's up. Big fans and I was trying to album the whole BCC. Got me through school, blah 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 blah. Appreciate that. Loving all the new projects. Something been bugging me. Hope finds you. Hop finds you. I listen to and something's missing. 1976. Salute to Clayton for your generous contributions to the Monster Nation taxation. It's good. This is that's an idea worth considering, Mister Sean Paris, or is it Mister Sean Paris? Is it Ms. Sean Paris? I don't know. Can't tell. Let me see. Top five MCs can't do that. It's too many. When you rap good as I rap, it's not. I don't rap this good by luck. I rap this. It's a lot of knowledge and practice and learning. When you've went through all of those chambers of learning and discovery, you appreciate way too much to make a list with five people only on it. What's rocking with Louisville Slugger? First of all, you spell Slugger with an A and an H at the end, but he's good. Him and Top Dog just came from over Chile and Colombia doing some stuff. Can we get a flash drive with all my songs loaded 4 feet? Something to consider. Any collabs with Illinois? Spoke to Illinois the other day. On the way, yes. Yes, I remember the Kill Whitey shirt that Son had on tour. Yes, I remember it. It was a shirt, people. Salute to Canada. Write a letter to your border. Tell them that y'all love me. How did we end up in Barik was born? Yo, I was just talking about that movie yesterday with Raquel's mom. Yo, it's crazy. Like, we was kind of popping. So, it was mad rappers that was, that was lit. That was, that was, in the, that was running around the landscape around that time that was in that movie. But we were supposed to be stealing a car or something or doing something with it, some business with a stolen car. But they ain't show none of that. They just showed me and Ruck laughing, sitting on the car that was supposed to be. Anyway, yes, we was in it. The why, I can't explain. The how, we got a phone call. Let's see. Always thought Nocturnal was before its time. Salute. I just watched one of these the young boys going through Nocturnal. A lot of the young content, a lot of young content creators, their niche has become discovering stuff from back in our era for the first time. And I've seen a couple of them do that with Nocturnal. I watched one of them the other night, no, last night. Dope. I love watching them, and I love watching them discover, what we was on and loving it because he was in love with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's dope. I think that's dope as well. I kind of walked away with almost a new appreciation for Nocturnal because I fake be hating on Nocturnal a little bit in my own spare time. Who wins, Buckshot or Smooth the Hustler? Come on, B. Why you want? You ain't gonna get me to go against my brother. Salute the Smooth the Hustler. I gotta go with Buck. Do I talk to Five? Somebody asked me that already. I don't talk to him, but we cool. We haven't spoken to each other in a long time. But if I'm 99% sure if I seen him tomorrow randomly, he's going to give me dap and a hug. You know what I'm saying? Was there a song me and P disagreed on the record? Not really. There was something when we was recording Dirt. When I was making the intro for Dirt, it was another song that P wanted to include, but we hadn't even recorded it yet. And we was running out of space on the album, or whatever, and I kind of won that argument because the intro was already recorded. So it was like, or something like that. Do you exaggerate the bass in your voice when rapping or writing bars, or is it off the dome well into recording a track? It's all natural for the most part. I felt like I was exaggerating my voice a little bit on Nocturnal, and that's part of why I hate on Nocturnal a little bit in my spare time. You know what I mean? I felt like I was when I look back at it, as an old man, I feel like I was like, what was I? Why was I talking like that? I don't really talk like that and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But it's like I was playing a role. But as I discussed this with Jay the other night, she was like, that was just what it was back then. We all, that was how everybody talked back then. If you were that type of individual. But anyway, Cassidy versus Easy. Who wins this Saturday? I'm rooting for Cassidy. Favorite ties. What's your ties to drug down records nowadays? Family is family. Sonny Caesar formed their lines from the same original TV with Western style. Nah, I didn't know that about Sonny Caesar. Let me see. Rest in peace to your moms. How did Black Rob fit into the Duck Down Records family? Black Rob was a Harlem Brooklyn nigga, or a Brooklyn Harlem nigga, however you want to put it. He was a grimy nigga. I mean that in the best way though. But just in this, it was just one of those. It was an era in the industry where people were starting to, Duck Down's respect for Duck Down grew to a different level on some like. It was like, yo, we hear they giving out fair shots. They ain't over there making nobody superstars, but they giving out fair shots, doing square business, and they was just, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, but maybe some people say that the boot camp legacy helped too. Like some of the artists, it meant something to them to be part of that lineage. So yeah. Anyway, yo, forgive me for my gruffiness. I've been trying to see if I could get this connected. Never would when we was coming up and all that, but you know what I'm saying. Bushwick was fly. How was your time living in Bushwick as Monster Man Rocco? Is that what you're abbreviating? Bushwick was a good time. Bushwick was a good time. You know what I'm saying? I remember it was this tire shop right downstairs next to where I lived, and the people who worked there would assist like respectfully became my living assistants. Not live in. They didn't live in my crib, but they was all day. Like if I had problems with my car, You know, they were a tire shop. They would do whatever to my car. It didn't tires, engine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I met my man, Verbal Kent, who was he's a whole nother story. He go by the name Bars Franklin right now. Great friend I met over there. Yeah, it was a good time. He said I gotta start eating pig feet to grow a beard. Did I ever get your message about performing at an MMA event in San Diego? Yeah, I did. I heard you hit up my man Rich too about it in San Diego. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And all that. Um, I think there's a bit of negotiation in order. So get that together, and I'm there. I listened to you in an interview to use a bucket you recording up front of the album. You spoke of recording the album within a specific frequency. Can you expand on that? I hope so. I don't know what you're talking about. So nah. Um, Try not to smart up the question so much. Just make that shit real basic or whatever, and do it fast because I'm out of here. Been here for an hour and a minute already. Brownsville since Bushwick. I'm not doing that. Um, I don't know what you mean by that. Where do I prefer? But what? Brownsville. Mm-hmm. This is what interview was able to but the fucking I'm not saying you was not in here dread. Come on, we been come on, B. Bars who? Bars Franklin. He locked up right now, but he's a great friend of mine, and I met him when I lived in Bushwick. He's on my Shell Shop mixtape, my Shell Shop mixtape under the name The Real Verbal Kent. Spitting fire. He's partially responsible for why my punchlines elevated over the years. He was on the run from the police one time and staying at my crib. Statute of limitation got to be over. You can't, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he was at my crib, and in that time, we spent a lot of time, borrowing each other, trading bars with each other, and this nigga punchlines was ridiculous. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be living in my crib being better than me. So it was what it was. My punchline stepped up. Like the way he thought I was amazed. But I'm like, how you think in punchline? But anyway, I'm not rating. Listen, they're off rate the neighborhoods in New York. First of all, no, Google it. I mean, I seen him punching. Let me read the question. Can you recall a freakish act of strength from Sean P that always sticks out? It's always it's all right if you can't get to the answer. Peace. I mean, I seen him punch a nigga airborne. You know what I'm saying? Nigga flew. I tell a story about it. Go on this platform. Leave this. Go on my Monster Nation profile here, and go to the playlist. It went down like this, and it's Esso's Club Fight. I think that's what its title is. Something about just go to that playlist. The It Went Down Like This playlist, and you'll see the fight at Esso, Sean P fight at Esso, or Helter Skelter fight at Esso's. And I tell that whole story right there. He punched the nigga and the nigga flew. I mean, granted, I threw the nigga and he flew too. He was airborne twice in the fight, but anyway, that's besides the point. We got to get out of here. We've been here for an hour and 4 minutes. What happened to my solo album, my solo record deal with Death Row Records? Never had a solo deal with Death Row Records. Let's see, have you ever haven't had a friendly battle before? No, we have not. We ain't even play like that. But anyway, that has been another session of Ugly Truth Tuesdays. Join us again next Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen in the nation, leave us a super thanks or a cash app. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Clayton, to generosity. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen like Clayton, leave us a super thanks, super chat, or cash app. We actually prefer the cash app. Cash app tag going to be in the description along with the Bandcamp link. You know what I'm saying? Spell things correctly. Monster, not monster. It's A, no E-R. It's Helter Skelter, not Helter Skelter. A-H, no E-R. Louisville Slugger, A-H, no E-R. And it's BCC, not BBC.
Pause.
Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. Rest of y'all, welcome to the nation.